last night Jacob Martin tested positive for the Rona. And for whatever reason, in the medical world, positive means bad and negative means good. I don't know why it's like that. It's wrong and it has to be stopped. But he tested positive, meaning he has the Rona. And because of it, he was put on the reserve list. Not only that, though, today it came out that since Whitney, Mercilus, and Dylan Cole were in close contact with him, they were also put on the reserve list. So, yeah, that happened, and that's pretty much it, I guess. Jacob Martin will not be playing against the Jaguars, and neither will Whitney Mercilus or Dylan Cole. Now, with Dylan Cole, the dude wasn't even playing anyway, so that doesn't really affect the team much. But Whitney Mercilus is one of your starting edge rushers, even though he shouldn't be. And Jacob Martin is your backup edge rusher, or backup outside linebacker, whatever you want to call him, even though he should be starting. So, yeah, the Texans are probably going to lose to the Jaguars now. They're probably not going to be able to contain the run. They're going to get destroyed. They won't get destroyed. Deshaun's going to keep it close. But, yeah, this is not good for the Texans. I guess the season's officially over now. And I guess if you can see anything good coming out of this, and it sucks that it has to come to this, to this point, this is what has to happen in order for that to happen. And that is Jonathan Grenard finally getting some playing time. I think it's so dumb that the Texans had to have a little COVID outbreak in order for him to get playing time. He should have been in a long time ago, man. Should have been in a long time ago. Bench Whitney Mercilus, bench Brennan Scarlett. But guess what, guys? This weekend, you're going to get to see a whole lot of Brennan Scarlett. Who can't wait for that? It's Brennan Scarlett. Everybody loves Brennan Scarlett. No, they don't. And honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if these morons, they decided, we're not playing Jonathan Grenard instead. Let's put Brandon Dunn at edge rusher. Because, that's probably going to happen. These guys just... This team's a mess, man. This team's a mess. I just cannot wait to get this whole entire coaching staff out of here. Because they clearly do not know what they're doing. Pretty much anywhere. There's trash going on around at every position except maybe wide receiver and quarterback, but everywhere else is a jumbled up mess, so cannot wait to get these guys out of here. And hopefully with the Texans losing to the Jaguars, hopefully that just cements a lost season to where everyone is just gone. Because yeah, it's so dumb that it has to come to this to finally see Jonathan Grenard on the field. It's dumb. John Reed should have been playing too. Ross Blacklock should be playing way more. I believe Ross Blacklock leads the rookies in snaps with 98. He has 98 snaps this season. That's pathetic. Yeah. So, if the Texans win against the Jaguars, it'll be Deshaun's doing. The defense is probably going to be the same defense that we've seen, unless Jonathan Grenard really impresses. And honestly, I hope he doesn't. Honestly, I think he will, because you cannot get much worse than Whitney Mercilus or Brennan Scarlett. Let's be real here. Those guys cannot set the edge, and I feel like Jonathan Grenard will come in here and set the edge. But it does leave the Texans really thin at the linebacker position. So if the Texans' offense is scoring fast, Brennan Scarlett runs a 5.8 40 time. And if he's gassed out, because he's going to be out there a lot all day probably, by the time the fourth quarter comes along, he's probably going to be running a 8.3 40 time. He's already slow to begin with. And, him being gassed out in the fourth, it's not going to be something pretty to see. He's going to be huffing and puffing. But, yeah, I hope Jacob Martin's okay. Hopefully Whitney Mercilus and Dylan Cole are okay as well. But I think Romeo Crennel did say that they didn't have any symptoms, so I think they will be okay, and hopefully they are. But something else Texans related that happened as well. The Texans signed quarterback Josh McCown. And Romeo Crennel explained it that they didn't have a third quarterback, and now it makes sense that they have a little COVID outbreak. It makes sense now because what happens if Deshaun gets it or AJ McCarron gets it, and they only have one quarterback to go in unless you trust Titus Howard to go over there and be a gunslinger, or Randall Cobb, because they did play quarterback. But at that point, you can't really have that. So I guess it makes sense that they brought in Josh McCown now that this little COVID outbreak happened. And something else about Josh McCown, he's like a really, really smart guy. He does have a future in coaching. So I do enjoy the fact that he gets added to the quarterback locker room to help Deshaun Watson out a bit. So now to be TJ Yates and, Josh McCown really helping Deshaun Watson out, help him progress as a quarterback. And hey, who knows? Maybe Josh McCown's your next head coach. Like, what if Cal McNair is like, go get him, he's our next coach? Probably not, but what if he does end up on the coaching staff next year as like a quarterback's coach or like an offensive coordinator? Think about it. Because Josh McCown, he has said that he does want a future in coaching. He's a very smart quarterback. Even though he's not a very good quarterback, he's been in the league for 16 to 18 years. I don't know the exact numbers. So, he can come in here, help Deshaun Watson out a bit. And then maybe when Joe Brady or Eric Bieniemy come in next year, they decide, hey, you know what, Josh? How about you stay here, but as a coach? Think about it. Josh McCown, it's a good situation for him too, because he's coming in here and, he's from Texas. I believe he lives 2 hours away, from Houston. So that's very, very good for him. He gets to spend time close to his family. The holiday season's coming up, Thanksgiving, Christmas, the New Year, so he gets to spend time with his family. And like I said, when Joe Brady or Eric Bieniemy come along, maybe he can stay on the coaching staff since it is going to be close to home, and he could get his career started here. So that would be pretty great. So yeah, I do like the Josh McCown signing. I really would have wished that the Texans would have picked up Dante Pettis, though, the wide receiver that the 49ers waived. But I think the Giants had priority over us in the waiver wire, so even if we put in a claim, it wouldn't have went to us, or he wouldn't have went to us. And another thing, I've seen some people ask, Sticky, should we get Vic Beasley? No. Vic Beasley is trash. And I have seen other people ask, Sticky, should we bring back Jonathan Joseph? Yes, they should bring back Jonathan Joseph, because Jonathan Joseph, as old and as bald as he is, he's still better than Philip Gaines. So yes, bring back Jonathan Joseph. And that's pretty much all I have for you guys for today. Just want to do a little quick video, update you guys, give you my thoughts on the whole Jacob Martin and Whitney Mercilus and Dylan Cole situation, and the Josh McCown signing, I guess, as well. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.